This week on the Face Off Hockey Show, it's the start of the lean years. Like legit. Like we're super, like 90%, 93% ground beef lean. So y'all season takes its toll. Erik Karlsson hasn't been traded yet. It's been like 6 weeks. He's supposed to be traded way earlier. Talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about some other things and this, that, and the other. It's Face Off Hockey Show coming up right now.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show. With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
breakaway.
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Face Off Hockey Show. I am indeed Scotty Waz. On the wheels and steel, Johnny P. And we just got our answer to where Mark with the C was.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. No, he's going to try to get him down in a half hour, but might be a little later if he fights. So we'll see. And then he'll be able to stay on until the end of the show, though. So that's good.
What is he talking about? Like, is he going to put the kid in a sleeper hold? Like, how does this work?
Apparently, yeah. Like, well,
like if after the third time he keeps his hand up, then like the match goes on. How does that? I don't understand. I don't understand sleep trading.
No, it's kind of weird. I didn't have to do.
Hold on. What does this actually say? Let me see what this says.
Oh, he's solo tonight.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, he's. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Then yes, this is a fight to the death.
Essentially, that's what it is.
This might be a no holds barred. Actually, there might be a diaper thrown. Who knows?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Poor Mark.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that's Mark's diaper.
Oh.
Yeah. He might be throwing diapers. Who knows?
Answers so many things. Those government contract jobs. My God.
Yeah. I mean, you can do a lot in those things.
Mm-hmm. What a way to start the show.
Did you know that? You know that you're supposed to drink Guinness out of Guinness glasses?
Really?
Apparently,
Why?
they taste better. They taste better, from what I've been told.
See,
It allows the aroma of the beer to come out, which obviously I need because I can smell nothing.
Yes.
So the aroma of the beer. Apparently, also, if you gulp Guinness, it tastes better than if you sip it. This is all stuff that the Deaths learned at the Guinness Brewery in Dublin.
Yes, I'm sure that those are all true, as the Guinness glass is magical for some goddamn reason.
Well, that's actually the Guinness glass I stole from England. So,
that could have some magic in it. Well, obviously it doesn't.
It's not coming. Well, the glass came home.
Yeah,
actually,
I was gonna say if it, as long as it doesn't, surpass 109 minutes, I think you're fine though.
Wow, that was a long game. I recorded it. I'll watch it tomorrow night.
There you go.
I don't know what happens, but I'll still watch it tomorrow night.
Well, there you go. It's like the preconceived notion that Coke tastes better at McDonald's and the ketchup tastes different at McDonald's. But,
well, I mean the Coke does taste different at McDonald's, but that's because of the crack that's sprinkled in it.
Sprinkle a little crack on it, it'd be fine.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely something in that bag at McDonald's. Or they aerate it differently, something. I don't know.
But there you go. Johnny P with his Guinness. And before the show, just snorting up everything he possibly could so he could get on air tonight.
Yes. That's what I do best.
Yes,
I have.
please.
I didn't have my. I have an Ireland shirt upstairs too. That one Matthew S. Death got me. Actually, I don't even know what Matt Death's middle name is. But he got me from the Guinness factory. But instead, in my infinite wisdom of this week, I decided I was going through a whole bunch of shirts that I haven't worn in a long time, and I'm boxing them up and either giving them all away or putting them in the attic, most likely the attic, just in case, I ever want to wear one of those shirts I haven't worn in 7 years. But this This one is my I scored with the princess t-shirt. It's got Luigi running away with the princess. It's a nice shirt. Got that going for tonight's show. I think I might just bring out old school shirts for all the summer shows. Just all shirts I haven't worn in like 7 years.
You should. What you do is just wear it and then sell it on eBay. And then after you sell it on eBay, show worn shirt.
Because then it's huge.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm a celebrity. What if I wear I have a shirt that says I'm a legend in Japan? Should wear that on the show and then sell it.
Right? Be fantastic. How was your week there, Johnny P?
Oh, my week was random.
Yeah.
Pretty random. Just watching soccer mostly over the weekend. The weather cut out a little bit, so that's good. It was like 90, high 90s for a while, and then all of a sudden was like 75. It was like 57 one morning when we woke up. I was like, what in the hell just happened? I've been destroying my body with allergy medicine over the past 2 weeks, but well, over the past week, really. But yeah, outside of that, just a random week. And I don't know, there's like a full moon or something hit the water system in Maryland. I have no idea, but randomness all about.
Well, I saw some guy caught like the flesh-eating bacteria while he was crabbing. So you might be careful on that.
It might be the people snorting the Old Bay scratch offs, because I saw a commercial for the Old Bay scratch offs and I was going to record it and then send it to you through Twitter, but I thought, you know what, this is just too weird. Yeah. I had no idea what it was about. I think Neptune was part of it. There was a lady like scratching the Old Bay lottery ticket, but then there were like crabs around her and like fries and like other random stuff, and then it just cuts to her sitting in an office like cafeteria by herself, and somebody looking weirdly at her, and she like hands the card over to the other person, and you could only assume that the other person had the same dream or ecstasy or whatever the hell was on that card. I have no idea. But it was so random that I was like, even if I recorded this and sent it to Scotty through Twitter, he'd have no idea what was going on. Like, and because I had no idea what was going on. Apparently, I wasn't on the good drugs.
Yeah, no, like I read that Maryland Lottery put out the Old Bay scratch tickets, and I immediately was like, I'm just gonna put this shit on everything. I don't know if you do scratch it.
That was Frank's hot sauce.
Oh. Well, I think Old Bay is just to suffice.
Okay.
But
Frank's hot sauce was what you put the show.
Yeah, you put that issue on everything. Yeah. But yeah, like I don't know if it's actually a good scratch and sniff. I'd have to have some people send some up, and then we'll split the winnings. If there is any winnings, and then I'll also put some scratch and sniffs in there, and then send it back if there are any winnings. That seems bizarre to me, right? Like that's weird, right?
Well, I mean, what's the next level from there? Like we're like, okay, we get this. We get it. Yes. Old Bay is very Maryland. We get it. What are you just gonna like start scratching off and like a Maryland flag pops out of a scratch, like a scratch off now? Like you get $1, you get a tiny Maryland flag that pops out. Like how does this work? I don't know how you go next level from scratch and sniff Old Bay flakes, which will probably kill you if you ever tried to do anything with them, but they smell like food.
Obviously, Johnny, the next level is Six Flags, or is there a water park in Baltimore? Any kind of water park? Probably not.
In Baltimore?
I don't know.
Where would it be in Baltimore?
I don't know. Here we go. Glens Falls, the Glens Falls Expressway, where they have a waterfall there, full of Natty Boh. Full of Natty Boh. It's just Natty Boh Falls.
Natty Boh Falls. And what happens? Like, it's just a gimmick, or like you get to go to Natty Boh Falls if you win the scratch off?
You win a scratch off and get to Natty Boh. You get to be the Natty Boh Falls. You switch the falls on and off each day. It's like a weekly thing.
Do they pay you in Old Bay, or do you win money on the Old Bay scratch offs?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would love to be paid in Old Bay.
Like, do you just get Old Bay for a year? Do you know that the Inner Harbor tourist building has a probably 5-foot high, I don't know, 3-4 foot like around circular display of just tiny trial size Old Bay packets, like travel Old Bay packets,
That's
just filled to the
insane.
brim. You can just grab a whole handful and shove them in a bag and walk out.
Come on.
Yeah, the last time I was there.
Come on. That's fantastic. That's great. All right, so Old Bay bucks. It's a $2 scratch off. That's not bad. $2 scratch off. It's a scented ticket.
Oh,
And
God.
top prize $10,000
In Old Bay.
in Old Bay. All six $10,000 prizes remain. Only 9 $5,000 and 14 $1,000 prizes remain. You find a crab symbol, win the prize shown. Find shrimp symbol, win double the prize shown. Chicken symbol, 3 times the prize shown, baby.
Hold on. Question.
Yep.
Who puts Old Bay on chicken?
Dude, Old Bay on chicken is money. Are you
Is it
kidding
like
me?
fried chicken or like
No, it's like
grilled
rotisserie.
chicken?
Like rotisserie chicken.
What?
Oh, mwah. Are you kidding me? Stop.
Like, I feel like there's so many other things that Old Bay is actually on, not chicken.
Chicken is money. Little shit, brother.
Apparently, I've been living a lie.
You've been missing out, man. You've been missing out on this.
Living a lie my whole life. Now I got to go over to Hip Hop Chicken and Shrimp and see if I can get some Old Bay on chicken over there.
Dude, they probably put it on there automatically.
They probably don't even ask. Like, I don't even have to ask for it. I kind of just like, well, I think what I screwed up was the last time I went to the Hip Hop Chicken and Fish. I got fried shrimp and clam strips.
Yeah.
So I think that was the problem. The fried shrimp and clam strips obviously didn't come with Old Bay on it.
No.
Do you think you can do you marinate chicken in like an Old Bay based?
Well, they have McCormick's puts out a spicy marinade. They have a spicy marinade recipe. There's a place, there's a allrecipes.com have chicken recipes. Everyone's got recipes for Old Bay chicken. Like, it immediately came up. Like, you put Old Bay chicken wings as a thing.
What if you just Google things I can put Old Bay on?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see.
I'm pretty certain you could put Old Bay on Jesus.
Maybe.
Right.
Funny recipes that beg for old. Oh, this is one that you need that doesn't have Old Bay. So they basically
right.
they went with the things that you can't put. Oh wait, no, these are recipes that apparently you have to put Old Bay on,
or they just are crap.
This was done in 2014.
Oh, okay.
Old Bay
aged.
Yeah, Old Bay is like a magical fairy dust of foods. I don't even know what it's made of, and frankly, I don't care. Because by the way, chicken's on the tin, Johnny. Chicken is on the tin of Old Bay.
Is?
Yes, it's the bottom one.
I'm gonna say that I've never looked closely enough on the tin. Like, as long as it's yellow and has that red stripe on it, I'm pretty certain it's Old Bay and it's going on something.
Red top and the blue stripes. Yeah,
it's easy.
It's like the backwards Swedish flag. Why isn't that their theme? Blah blah. Here's 20 recipes you need to start showering with Old Bay immediately. Fish and chips. I think that's obvious. That's pretty obvious.
I mean, that's obvious. Yeah.
Chicken wings.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I will say that I've gotten into Old Bay wings recently, and they're really good. Just the dry rub Old Bay wings, though. Like,
Sure,
not like a hot sauce with Old Bay on it.
Keep it simple. Crispy fish sticks. Again, kind of goes with that fish and chips kind of thing.
Yeah.
Boiled peanuts.
That sounds disgusting.
You boil the peanuts with the Old Bay. What are you talking about?
Why in the flying fuck do you have to boil a peanut?
People boil peanuts. They love the taste of boiled peanuts.
Okay.
Scallop chowder with bacon.
Oh, yes, obviously. Can you get more? Like, let me see if I can put more seafood in something.
All right. Well, I'll raise with this shrimp butter toast.
Wow. Is that
Check.
that's a
That's a check raise right there, my friend.
that's a Chinese that's a Chinese thing, isn't it? Shrimp toast.
I think so. Blue
Or is this
crab.
actual like shrimp on like a piece of buttered toast? Because
don't
that's
know.
amazing as well.
Let me
I might
see what
try
this
that
is.
this week. I got some shrimp in the freezer.
Yeah, no, it's legit shrimp toast. It's so you need it's shrimp butter, and you make shrimp butter. Hold on. Oh, here's what it is.
Butter?
It's shrimp butter, and then it's toast points, and then it's like a dip. It's like a spread.
Wow.
Like a marinade. You marinate it. You
What
put it
in-
on. You put it on. You make a sandwich out of it. Make a tuna sandwich out of it.
My God. Okay.
Now that-
All right.
We're
Wow.
digging deeper in this rabbit
This
hole.
is deep. This is deep because I didn't know that there was such a thing as shrimp butter.
Well, apparently now there is. Blue crab beignets. Beignets? I don't know. Grilled corn on the cob.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, that's
what I'm
good.
gonna say.
That's pretty normal.
Shrimp po' boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Crab linguine with basil, lemon, and chile.
Might as well.
Well, I didn't know there was crab linguine. Hot crab and artichoke dip. This one just says party mix.
That's interesting because normally I've never gone with the crab and artichoke dip. It's normally like an artichoke and cheese dip.
Sure. And it's just usually a crab dip.
Yeah, then crab dip's by itself.
Yeah.
It's its own thing.
This one says party mix.
Wow, just party mix with Old Bay like thrown in the bag. That's bold. Right there.
Apparently, it's like it's basically Chex Mix. With Old Bay.
Yeah, it's got Doritos in it too, though.
We got to give that to Leahy when he comes to town next.
All right.
Deviled eggs.
What if you put Old Bay on trail mix?
Oh, I think they already have that, don't they?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Leahy if he's ever had Old Bay on trail mix.
Yeah.
That sounds like something that would piss Greg off.
Oh, that would be. Deviled eggs, ovs.
I might be the only person. I despise deviled eggs. I don't like them.
I'm not a deviled eggs fan. I'm
Yeah,
not. I will
okay.
not lie to you.
Oh, good. Scotty and I are on the same page.
We're on the same page. Not a hard-boiled egg guy either. You hard-boiled
Me
egg guy?
neither. No. I need my eggs scrambled or fried. One of the two.
Yeah.
We'll
no.
ask Mark after he's done choking out Hudson so that he goes to sleep.
Don't say that.
He's not. I'm just kidding. It's a battle royale. There are other children there fighting as well.
Yeah, exactly. There's
It's like Baby Fight Club.
other children in there as well. Fuck them all. Mark's choking them all out. All right.
Just trying to get the kid to sleep.
Seafood empanadas.
Okay. You can see that. That's an Argentinian dish, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Scallop potatoes. I can see that. A little dusty.
All right.
Crab and sweet corn cakes.
Okay.
Fried chicken biscuits.
Okay.
Crab tostadas.
I'm pretty certain that anything crab could
Yeah,
just
just
have
Old
Old
Bay.
Bay on it.
Popcorn.
You know what? That is actually really good.
Yeah.
I've had that before as well. Popcorn with Old Bay on it. I've actually had popcorn with the nacho cheese dust. That stuff's really good too. They sell that actually in like Safeway. They sell like toppings for popcorn.
Yeah, no, it's like that. It's what is that? The shakers or some shit like that. I don't know what
Yeah,
it's called.
shakers or something.
Yeah. Something. Hold on. I'm gonna look this up. Okay.
This is coming from the guy who literally has zero food in his house.
You really do. Like it's kind of.
Actually, I found a frozen pizza in the downstairs freezer. I'm pretty certain I shouldn't eat it though. I think it's just gonna get thrown out. I have no idea how long that was there.
Oh yeah, no, that's probably.
I'm guessing between 12 and 18 months.
Colonel's. Colonel's is the place we're looking for.
Colonel's. Okay.
And then shrimp and grits.
That's an acquired taste.
Grits or the shrimp and grits?
The shrimp and grits together, I feel.
Yeah, I think that.
It's got a weird texture to it for me.
Then BuzzFeed had one about 18 new ways to use Old Bay.
If this doesn't turn into some sort of sexual innuendo, I don't know what will.
Right. Old Bay fries with creamy onion dipping sauce. It's obvious. Smoked salmon deviled eggs sprinkled on... No, we've done that before. Old Bay Chex Mix. Yep, we heard about that one.
Yep. Come on. Give me
Bloody-
something new, BuzzFeed.
Bloody Mary shooters rimmed with Old Bay.
Okay. Yeah.
Old Bay Buffalo.
Actually, if I remember correctly, there is a bar in Baltimore that does Bloody Marys with a crab-like in it. Instead of the stalk of celery, it's Old Bay rimmed with a crab-like, like shoved in the top of it.
Old Bay buffalo wings. Yep. Spicy crab and avocado salad sprinkled with Old Bay. Interesting. Guacamole with Old Bay and crab.
Okay.
Old Bay roasted sweet potatoes. Sure. Kale chips sprinkled with Old Bay. I don't think.
Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose?
Yeah. Grilled corn with Old Bay garlic butter. Old Bay garlic butter. Hold on. Stop it. Stop it. Old Bay garlic butter. Why is that not for sale? Why are we not selling this already with the Old Bay?
Do you have to make your own Old Bay garlic butter, or
don't
can
give
you
a
buy
shit.
that
I'll make
in
my
like
own
the dairy aisle?
I'll get garlic butter, get some Old Bay, mix it together in a pot. Voila! I'm ahead of the game at that point.
Voila, and then you're selling it.
Then I'm selling it on the black market. Racist. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
Of North Dakota. I'm sure everybody in North Dakota knows exactly what Old Bay is as well.
Some of them don't even know what a bay is.
You're like standing out front of the university.
Yeah, I know,
to
right?
give children Old Bay garlic butter with Old Bay in it.
But
The
you know
one
what?
kid from Maryland is like, "Oh my god!"
You know the funny thing is the amount of people I've met here from Maryland is astounding because the Air Force Base is right down the road. So we get people in from Maryland.
That makes sense.
I've seen the crab sticker on cars all the time. It's amazing. It's amazing.
All right.
Delicious.
Oh
boy, I've got like the throat thing that doesn't end. It's fantastic. Fried pickles with Old Bay batter. So I guess it's like a rich.
Not a big fried pickle fan
No,
either.
me neither. Old Bay infused crab dip. That's kind of. Oh, here we go,
That's
Johnny.
overkill.
Yeah, here's something. Turkey salad with celery, artichokes, and Old Bay. Seems like artichoke and Old Bay is the tag team pairing we didn't know we wanted to see.
Yeah, that and avocado and Old Bay is something I would not have thought that went together.
Yeah.
Well at all. So that is interesting.
I like that.
I could see I could see like chicken salad or well, now that I know that chicken is on the Old Bay container, like chicken salad or shrimp salad, like those types of things with Old Bay. That would probably be really good.
Old Bay roasted peanuts, Old Bay popcorn, Old Bay potato skins. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Potato skins, I guess, dusted with the Old Bay step. Yeah, I mean, bacon filled cups with seasoned perfection. So I guess you put it on the thing as you bake
On
it
the top.
on the top or inside before you put the sour cream and stuff on.
Wow.
Pretty nice.
See, that could be dangerous though. Like if you were eating, say you were eating potato skins, but you didn't realize that there was Old Bay. Like you took like the first bite in there, and there's Old Bay has a very distinctive taste.
Yes, and it has a distinctive smell, so I don't think you could be tricked into that.
Well, but what if I can't smell it?
That's fair. Fair point. Fair point. What if you're like
Like, what
Johnny
if I'm
and
the
have
one
lost your sense of
I'm-
smell?
I'm literally looking out for myself at this point. Like I don't want to be caught off guard with some Old Bay that I wasn't expecting.
Johnny's playing hypotheticals when it's just talking about him.
Yes. I mean, theoretically speaking here, asking for a friend.
Here's something intense. Crab, spinach, and mushroom tarts topped with paprika and Old Bay.
Oh, wow.
That's like you
That
go to,
actually, that may be able to open up my sinuses.
yeah, you go to Annapolis for brunch on a Sunday, and that's what they serve you. That's what I'm thinking. Anything on the Bay. You go in Easton. In Easton, they would serve that garbage with their curling ring / hockey ring / community center all in one. And fine. Oh no. This last one, I don't know. Johnny, you wanted something new and inventive. You wanted something over the top. Are you ready for this? Are you
I
ready?
hope it's Old Bay popsicles.
Oh, you're close. Old Bay and potato chip ice cream.
Oh God, that sounds disgusting.
Salty, crunchy potato chips, sweet, creamy ice cream, a dash of Old Bay.
I mean, couldn't you really make this might be a rant for next week, actually. Couldn't you really make popsicles out of anything? Like, couldn't I take like cream of crab soup and let it cool down some and put it into like popsicle stands
that's more of a
like
jello
with a bunch of like Old Bay on it and stick it in the freezer and bring it out in 2 days, and I'm like eating popsicles of soup with Old Bay.
13 recipes that make Old Bay seasoning. Yeah, that's all. It's all fucking. Come on,
it's all the same. I mean, once you read one of those articles, it's all the same.
All same
until you get to potato chip and
until someone's just like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care about my life anymore. Here's this.
Yeah, that I feel like that's one step below giving up.
Oh, here's a new one. Apparently, there's a Twitter account, Old Bay's Twitter account or Instagram account, because of course Old Bay has an Instagram account. Pizza. Old Bay on pizza.
You know, I've seen crab pizza that has Old Bay on it. It's not like so much an Old Bay sauce, though. It's like an Old Bay topping. Kind of like how Papa John's puts that like seasoning packet in.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like that.
Broccoli they put on here. Broccoli is a thing.
Okay.
Someone puts vanilla ice cream, which again,
place in hell for people that put Old Bay in their vanilla ice cream.
I'm also not a sweet and salty fan either, so I don't, I can't. My God. So there you go. Your Old Bay. Old Bay. This is where we're at.
Sorry about that. You asked me about my week, and I went on some kind of weird ass tangent of Old Bay. Yeah,
no, it's fine because this is off season. There's not much on the rundown. And I want to wait for Mark to get in here before we get our Patreon pick going. My week was fun. So, Johnny, you work at a hospital.
I do.
I work in a hospital.
Yeah.
Not the same hospital, obviously. So I get a phone call Saturday night saying, hey, we need you to come into work. There's been an incident. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. Got a little mass casualty situation going on. It's pretty crazy. Nope. The humidity got too much and ruined everything.
Yep, that happens. We had an entire OR that occurred to, and you had to just start pulling stuff off the shelf and hoping it was still good. 11
ORs for us.
Oh.
Including everything in our processing, everything in our supplies, our prepackaged supplies, one-time use deals.
Well, anything that's sterile.
Yeah, essentially. Everything to be sterile. So I think they said 2,600 instruments we had to redo.
Yeah, but then you just kind of clean them, right? Like the instruments just run through the like super hotness again, and are sterile again.
We gotta wash. We gotta wash put through the decontam washer, put through the assembly line because we have to reset everything, put through the sterilizers, and then our sterilizer went down, and we were in the middle of it, so that makes things even better. So that's been a freaking chore this entire weekend into the week.
When's the new hospital show up?
Funny you say that. As we record this, I have a meeting tomorrow about that. It's almost a 3-hour meeting. So we're gonna go hard.
A fun meeting.
Oh, it's gonna be great when they say, "Listen, here's what the hospital is gonna look like, but we're still over budget by millions and millions of dollars."
Yeah,
it's funny because they had the outgoing CEO. And I basically went to say to him, can we just put shovels to ground like tomorrow and build this new hospital? Because since I've been there in 2 years, we've had like 3 catastrophic events to our department alone. So,
and that's not cheap either. That's a ton of items that need to be like overnighted back in as well.
Yeah, and imagine trying to do that on a Sunday. Or like on a Saturday and trying to get people in for Sunday. So we're calling Fargo and Bismarck and Minot and trying to get people to drive out there and shit like this. This is a freaking disaster.
Well, I mean, it was actually a disaster.
Yeah, it was legit a disaster. Like the amount of it's funny because one of the purchasing.
All right.
So that was my week. My week was just dealing with all that crap. When it comes hospital stuff is fun, isn't it? Hospital stuff is great.
It is weird, right? Because all of a sudden you're, having a normal weekend. Somebody calls you and you come in and it's like DEFCON 5.
Oh, yeah, no. You got people just running around, just be like, oh, man, it's fantastic. It's no assembly, nothing. It's just controlled chaos is what it is. Controlled bleeping chaos.
That's why I work on a computer system.
Yeah, you're the smart one. Me, not so much. I'm just like, no, I'll work in an apartment. Oh boy, that wasn't great. In any case, we wait on Mark. Mark's at his time now. We're starting the clock to see how long they wrestle for.
Mark he hasn't sent a new email yet. Hudson hasn't emailed us yet either. So,
it'd be great if he did though. Hey, wait a minute.
I think Hudson hit the 9-month mark recently.
He did. Congratulations to him. He did it.
3/4 of the way to 1.
He's almost there, man. He's at that point.
Yeah.
How about you hit me with the little music?
Oh, I had that set up too. Damn it.
Look at you.
Hold on. Yeah, but now I have to get back to my phone and
I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
Yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
And this is one big one. Shea Weber underwent knee surgery. He is out 5 to 6 months.
Oh.
Yeah, we're looking at a January return thereabouts.
Well, I mean, he goes on LTIR then, so that helps.
Yeah, that helps for oh boy, that helps for something. In any case, that is a hit. This deal is looking better and better. Let me tell you, this PK Subban deal is just French chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. All right, let's clear out the news before we get to the Patreon pick, because there's not much news to talk about. Alex Burrows retired after he got bought out by the Ottawa Senators. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, I saw that.
He is now, I think, an assistant coach with the Laval Rocket of the AHL now.
Nice.
Anaheim's going to retire the numbers of Paul Kariya and Scott Niedermayer this year.
That's nice.
It'll be Scott Niedermayer, also one of the few who gets his number retired by 2 teams. So there's that. And if you listen to the Soderstrom Bubble, the next episode of the Soderstrom Bubble will be the hey, who should people be retiring numbers for next? So get your thought on for that. Lane Lambert, he's following Barry Trotz to the New York Islanders. The wonderful quaff of Coach Lambert is gone.
Yeah, he's the associate coach though for the Islanders.
Yeah, they have weird
is
names.
This something that is this something that Trotz normally has? Maybe I just didn't know about before the Capitals. He has his succession plan already, just in case.
Just in case. It's like his general or sergeant or whatever the hell the next one. And I don't know how Army ranks work. Speaking of the Islanders, they also have a former Capital now in their minor league system. Chris Bourque has left Hershey, and he is going to Bridgeport to play with his brother Ryan for the Sound Tigres.
So that means he'll be back in 6 months.
Soon. Yeah, he'll be back on trade deadline, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right.
Between him and Chris Beach, there was like a direct line between whatever team they had and just coming back to the Hershey Bears.
Yeah, it's Really is just kind of a. All right, thanks for your time. By the way, here's a voucher for a room for a couple months. Wink, wink. So,
I don't know. I was watching so on the NHL Network this past weekend they were showing a bunch of the old championship DVDs as to do during the summer since they have so much to talk about and so much coverage.
Of course.
The Colorado Avalanche DVD was on and they showed Joe Sakic pick up the cup and just hand it directly to Ray Bourque. And Ray Bourque puts it over his head, and there are two children on the ice with Ray Bourque. And I'm looking at them and going, "Huh, I wonder if one of those was Chris."
Probably. I'm gonna bet so. I'm gonna say so. But I'm a betting man. Yeah. And then he went right back to Hershey after that. It was very weird. It's very weird because Hershey was Colorado's farm team at that point, I do believe.
Yeah, well, he was 8.
Well, these things happen. Ray Bourque goes there for training camp or a game or an exhibition game or some shit. So, Chris Bourque is suiting up for the Bears, third line center. Hasn't grown yet.
He
all
played
right,
for Team USA, though.
He did. He did pretty well for himself. Time for our Patreon pick.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. If you're a patron of our Patreon, patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow, we got another new person. They are simply stated as Puck Follower, and we thank you for following us, Puck Follower. Puck Follower, I'm just going to call him PF for now. He joins.
I don't know if we want to call him PF.
PF? Why?
I mean, that could be a pig.
Nah, you're right.
I mean, that could be bad.
Let's call him Follower. How's that?
Sure.
Perfect. Follower joins Damon, Mark, Trista, Kevin, Matthew, Ethan, Chris, Mitch, Brian, Angela, and Sean to get to our goal of not only sponsoring the Maryland Black Bears, maybe, but also going to the Hockey Hall of Fame. And then especially with the news today that they have new artifacts of the Washington Capitals being their display case for Stanley Cup champions. It'd be a fantastic trip. Be a great trip.
I mean, we can go to the Hockey Hall of Fame no matter what, but renting it out is going to take some help.
Right. Yeah, no, we can.
We're going to have to bring people with us. We can't just do it ourselves. And we'd say it'd sound weird.
That'd be very interesting. And hell with it. Just do it. We'll just do like a documentary series. That was the word I was looking for.
I would buy wireless microphone headset systems so that we could walk around and record what we need.
Why buy them? Get them from Sean. Doesn't he have wireless mics?
Probably. You're right. I'll just end up with the Stratocaster. It'll be like a video. There'll just be video cameras all over the place. Sean will bring in all of his cameramen.
Exactly. Nate Lewis will be around. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah. Nate Lewis will be there introducing us. Take us between 15 and 18 minutes to say every one of our names.
Telling us we got one man to beat and then two men to beat. Still the greatest call in my life that I've heard. And it's just,
it's almost too bad that's not on YouTube.
It's almost too bad I can't remember the game it was. It was just a random time, and then next thing you know,
it was a kids football game.
Of course, it was a kids football game. Broadcast sponsor was known for their Pee-wee football.
It was like an Anne Arundel County kids Pee-wee like football game, and Nate Lewis was on the call. And Nate Lewis, this kid breaks through the line, takes off down the sideline. Nate Lewis, in all of his glory and his beautiful radio voice, says he's got one man to beat, two men to beat.
Jesus Christ. Was that a game that you did video on? Was that the one at AACC?
I believe so.
Then we can narrow down the games. That's perfect.
I believe so. I believe that was one of the ones I was on video for.
And you got to figure Sean has the archive of that because Sean has the archive of everything. All right, so the
Nate Lewis.
Fucking love him. He's the best. All right, so our Patreon pick. We give you two suggestions. You pick one of them. Is if you load it up. Come on, you sons of bitches! Jesus Christ! I scroll thing once, and next thing you know, it's done. Where are we here? There we go. Is there any hope in Ottawa, Johnny? This is Eric Carlson was traded twice last week, and yet he wasn't. He still wasn't. Like, he still hasn't been traded. Everyone thought a trade to Dallas was going to be imminent. Then that kind of seemingly fell apart because the Senators wanted too much. Who knew for a franchise player they're going to ask for everything? And then it seemed like Tampa Bay was going to be the guys there because Tampa Bay was in the mix now, and who knows if Tampa Bay's in the mix anymore because they signed Nikita Kucherov to that big deal. Eric Carlson's got to get traded, right? They can't mess this up, can they?
Nah. I mean, let's be honest. Ottawa Senators have messed up better things than this. What I see occurring is this is almost like a fantasy deal at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're like, I have Eric Carlson, and I want your top 2 players from your team for Eric Carlson, and the first person is like, no, and then Shamrock Dynasty then moves on to the next person, and then he wants like their 2 best players, and they're like, no, and it comes like full circle to now not even being your 2 best players, but it's like a couple guys that you have in your starting lineup. Like, I don't know. I feel like the asking price is what it is, right? Like, it's what they want. They value their player. They want their player to still be there. He does not want to still be there. And it's just a tug of war at this point to see who can piss farther. I mean, I don't know how this works. I don't know how this ends up. I think there's a very weird part of this where I actually could see Eugene Melnyk selling the Ottawa Senators before Eric Carlson gets traded somewhere. Now, he may leave on free agency because he'll be a free agent next summer.
Right, exactly.
But like, those, I think, are the 3 options at this point. Like, if we were betting, there would be 3 choices. Eugene Melnyk sells the Senators, Eric Carlson actually gets traded, or Eric Carlson leaves in free agency,
or the field,
or Eric Carlson owns the Senators.
Right, that'd be amazing.
But that might be like a B underneath of Eugene Melnyk selling the Senators.
My biggest thing is that with all this Mike Hoffman situation, and then their freaking assistant GM Randy Lee like harassing young bus drivers in Buffalo. And then freaking just this Carlson thing getting out of hand, and then Craig Anderson wants a trade too, so you're not gonna have a goalie. Like, this could be the most Ottawa Senator thing if they don't trade him. If they said, nah, we're good. We're gonna start the season with you on the team. We're our dwindling ticket numbers. We need to keep them less dwindling. When how many people would kill their season tickets if frickin' Eric Carlson got traded?
Can you do that? Like, don't you reach a point though where you've like paid for your season tickets already? Like, I mean, maybe
we'll have to ask Mark, because Mark was the season ticket guy out of all of us.
Yeah, I feel like you've already like paid for your season. Maybe there's a point where you just sell your season tickets to every game and like try to make back as much money as you can.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you can sell them. You maybe like give them out for free. You might have to eat the bullet on those.
Can you write them off as a donation?
Oh, that'd be great. Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right? Hey. Donate them to like a kids organization or something. Let them go to the games.
Johnny thinking with the real head now.
True.
Yeah. But my God, like, this is a team, and I keep forgetting that freaking what's his name? The evil head coach is back there. What's his name? Guy Boucher is back there. Like,
I love how you go evil head coach.
Yeah. Well, he's got the scar that no one. It's weird.
That he won't tell where it came from. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
He does this a lot.
Oh man, like that guy.
That was probably terrible for the podcast, by the
I was
way.
gonna say that's a good visual for our audio podcast.
Yeah, it's fine.
Um,
It's what I do best.
I don't and the worst part about all of this, dependent upon what you get back for Anderson or Bobby Ryan or Erik Karlsson, there's no one in late. There's no one in waiting. Like, there's not a player that I can completely say without a shadow of a doubt, okay, they traded Karlsson, but blank is the guy who's going to fulfill him. And a lot of people step up and say, oh, but what about Thomas Chabot? What about Cody Ceci? I don't think that they're going to have that kind of pizzazz that Erik Karlsson did. So, I mean, it's one of those situations where, I don't know. I mean, I would love to say that there's hope on the horizon. But the problem is, a guy like Bobby Ryan, 4 years left on his deal, has got a modified no trade, no move clause.
How do you feel if you're Bobby Ryan at this point?
Oh, you're feeling so glad that you have that modified no move clause, or you have that no move clause and a modified no trade.
Well, I mean, even to the point where, like, effectively at this point, you're the person holding up Karlsson being traded because you have to be traded with him in order for your contract to leave.
Yeah, more or less. That's like the caveat to the deal is that, all right, we'll give you Karlsson. You have to take Bobby Ryan, though. It's like, ooh, that's a tough one.
Right.
That's a tough one because
DJ Pauly told me there are no grenades tonight. So
true.
I mean, I don't see anybody taking on that deal.
That's 725 for 4 years.
Wow.
The Sens would take 50% of that. You got to figure because they need to be above the salary ceiling or floor. They got to be above the salary floor, and then that's the only way you get Bobby Ryan is if you're swallowing like 3.5 of that, 3 3/4 of that. But still, like even then, like I don't want an aging, depreciating Bobby Ryan.
Was that a good deal at any point? Like, at any point, did we look at that and be like, you know what? That's fantastic. He gets paid $7 million a season. That's a steal.
Probably not, because he got signed 3 seasons ago now. And his production the first year of his contract. All right, so 2015-16, he got the contract. With the Senators, that was his highest point output, was 56 points.
I was going to give him 67, but
yeah,
wow.
No, the next season, 16-17, he had 13 goals and 25 points. Last season, 11 goals and 33 points. Point production going up. His numbers of games played going down. Both played 62 seasons last year and the year before. Playoffs. Playoffs. That playoff run in 2017 2017. He had 6 goals and 15 points in 19
Eastern
games.
Conference Final.
Yeah, 15 points in 19 games for Bobby Ryan.
He might have made all of his money there.
Might.
Too bad that the Senators aren't going to make the playoffs again.
Right, exactly. Like, even in the contract year, they gave
playoffs is like a normal thing. I feel like every time you say playoffs, there's like an inflection of like playoffs.
You can't say it. I can't say it normal anymore. I'm not even going to lie to you. I can't say it properly. But Bobby Ryan on his contract year, they gave him $7.25 million a year after he scored 18 goals and 54 points. I don't know why you do that with a modified no trade and no move.
Blackmail.
Gotta be.
He had naked pictures of somebody.
Like, Jesus Christ.
There has to be some sort of weird ass blackmail thing going on in this. This is what we're gonna find out in the tell-all Eugene Melnyk book that comes out.
Oh, I'm ready for that, my friend. Oh God, are you kidding? Okay. This is after he made $5.1 million from the Ducks and then moved on to the Senators. They gave him a $2 million plus raise.
Yeah, he knows where the body is.
Oh, he has to. Or he knows the secrets that he's going to tell after he gets released by this team. And this is going to make the Senators move to Quebec City.
I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of weird like drug scandal. Like Eugene Melnyk was like hiking up the price of drugs in Canada, and like Bobby Ryan was the one that figured it out. And they were like, "We'll cut you in on some of the profits if you don't tell anybody about it."
Exactly. We'll cut you in on this sweet bonus if you don't tell anybody.
We'll give you an extra $2 million a year. But hold on, I only had 45 points. Yes, $2 more million a year.
$2 more million and all the Ritalin you can stomach. God,
that's why he can't control the puck anymore. His hands are shaking the whole damn time.
Could that be the worst contract extension ever?
There have been some pretty bad ones. I mean, the DiPietro, the Yashin.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Not wrong.
I mean, Bobby Bonilla is actually still being paid.
I think Bruce Sutter's still being paid too. Or was still being paid for like 40 years. They did a story on that. Like, oh, don't forget about Bobby Bonilla, sure, but Bruce Sutter got paid exponentially by the Braves to get the hell out of the roster.
I'm pretty certain. I read an article on Bobby Bonilla within the past year or two, where he, I believe, his actual original contract was for like $5.8 million. Or something to that effect. And he set it up so that he deferred payments over the span of like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to end up making $28.5 million off of that $5 million contract.
Yeah. So, all right. So here's the deferred money deal. By the way, that was the Ottawa Senators. I really have nothing more to say about them. I hope their fans are the best.
Yeah.
I wish them the best because there's a lot of teams out there just like, boy, that's something. Like that's heartache. And being Caps fans, and we lived through those lean years.
Matt Duchene. Oh God,
he's probably gonna get traded too.
Well, he was on the top of. He was the person. He was the guy. He was the one. I need to get out of Colorado. I need to do this. I need to
make a playoff team.
And he goes to the Senators, and now they're just like,
yeah. By the way, Marian Gaborik also on the Senators. Did you know about this? Did you hear about this?
I did not realize that.
Yeah, no, $4.875 million for the next 3 years.
When did that happen? Like that trade had to have occurred like after he.
That was decided... the Phaneuf deal. That was the Phaneuf deal. He was there.
That's right. Wow, interesting. Forgot about that.
3 more years on that deal.
It's amazing.
My God. Michael Bodker,
like that's just thinking outside the box, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Like, all right, how do we get up to the floor? What if we take a guy that's not going to play for us anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Like at this point, couldn't they just trade for Marian Hossa's contract? Because he isn't actually retired, right? He's just on long-term injury reserve for the next 4 years.
Let's not think they probably haven't thought of that. let's not say that they haven't thought about that though. Let's see what's Marian. Where's Marian Gabourik's hit? Marian Hossa. Marian Hossa's hit 5.275 for the next 3 years.
See?
Yeah, sure. Why not? But he's got a no move clause, so he has to waive that. I'm sure he'll be fine waiving that to just sit around and get paid.
I don't know. Can he waive any longer?
How great would it be if Marian Hossa ends his career back in Ottawa just as an injured reserve guy?
I'd take it. I take it.
Sure. You have both broken Marians, Gaborik and Hossa, on the same team, finally. Just like we wanted it to.
Yes, made Marian.
God bless you, Ottawa Senators fans. Godspeed. I was there for the Damian Rhodes years. I was with y'all.
He was, yeah.
God bless.
We were there. We were partying on the Ottawa River.
It's fantastic. Yeah, no, it was great.
Right, we were upriver. From the power plant.
Right. Just not that far off from Quebec. So
I had one of the greatest rounds of golf I ever played was when I was in Ottawa by myself. I think it was because the air was thinner. I was crushing the ball, and then it got rained on.
Do you remember what area we were at? Was that Pontiac?
What area we were at?
Yeah. Or no, it was Quion.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Because I'm Google mapping it now.
yeah. You took the. Yes, it was. That was where the Jewish fish didn't like the ham that I bought to fish with because I couldn't find the bait that was apparently put above my head.
Yeah, there's the ferry right there. There's Rouen. There's Rue Smith. Oh, this bring back a lot of memories.
Quion is where we were.
Wow.
$600 American for the entire week in that place.
That's fantastic. Only problem is 3 TV stations. That was about it.
That was where my love for Alex Johnson came from because
Yes, it was.
pretty certain I watched shit, what the hell was that show? Something Superstar maybe? Something Star.
Something Star.
But I watched that like over and over and over again. And then Degrassi was on afterwards.
Of course, you saw Drizzy Drake before he became a hot rap star.
Yeah, so that was when I was playing a lot of Guitar Hero by myself. That was the week that I spent a lot of time by myself.
Yeah, until everybody showed up
in Ottawa because no one else wanted to come up early. So I drove for 12 hours to Ottawa by myself.
Nice.
And
Instant
12
Star.
hours back. Like Instant Star, that's what it was.
Her name is Alexandra, and that's why it's the Alex with a Z at the end isn't just, fancy. It's Alexandra's ALEXZANDRY.
Oh,
Weird.
a Y, not an A.
Oh no, DRA. I just put Y because I went dry. It would be Alexandri.
Okay.
So God bless you. Apparently, there's a hotel there now.
Well, we might have tore down the place. They need to rebuild it with something else.
No shit. All right. So here's more deferred contracts. Baseball. Bruce Sutter. So the Bruce Sutter contract I was talking about. Big splash signing Bruce Sutter 85. He was a bust, of course. This is how he was paid. From the 1985 LA Times, Bruce Sutter was to receive payments totaling $44 million over the next 36 years from his new clubs, the Atlanta Braves. Sutter will receive a $750,000 salary for each of the next 6 years and a minimum of $1.12 million a year for the remaining 30 years of the contract. In addition, he will get paid the $9.1 million in so-called principal at the end.
Okay, so I'm going to say that there were periods of time where if you were not smart with money, this was an amazing idea. Like for Bobby Bonilla, this is probably the smartest thing that's ever happened to him because he was blowing through money, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, in a big way, in a giant way. Yeah, so there's something here going on there. And by that rattling, Lyle Richardson's on. Lyle Richardson at SpectresHockey.net. We got to get you off the headset mask, man. We got to get you. We got to get you one of these little boomy Mikeys here. And so one of those things there. Be great.
Well, yeah.
Got to get you in the 27th century. Yeah, right.
Or maybe just a better headset. Yeah.
Either way,
maybe just a better headset.
One with a mute button. You can mute yourself like you were on what was it? Around the Horn.
Whoops.
Lyle, we're talking about Bobby Ryan, and is that contract extension one of the worst we've ever seen?
Oh,
Lyle,
I'm sorry. Yeah. What? I'm sorry.
Did I cut out? Did we all?
I think you cut out there suddenly. I don't know. Wow. Oh, weird. Anyway, you're saying Bobby Ryan, and I heard and that's all I heard. So.
Bobby Ryan's contract. Bobby Ryan's contract worst ever. The extension.
Oh, worst ever. I don't know worst ever, but it's bad. It's bad. It was a good idea at the time. Like a lot of these deals, they never seem like a bad idea at the time. But unfortunately, his perennial 30-goal seasons are now well behind him, and so that's a tough contract to live with, and even tougher to move right now. Which apparently the Senators want to do if they can find somebody to take. They're trying to package it with Erik Karlsson, but not having many takers so far in that regard. So,
shock. Has he waived his? He has no move clause as a 10-team no trade, right? for Bobby Ryan? 'Cause I know he's got a no move.
Let's have a look here. I believe it's a no move, but I said he no trade. Submits a 10-team no trade list, so there are 20 teams he can go to. Obviously, not counting his own.
21.
No, 20.
No.
He's not
20.
Not counting his own.
Exactly. We'll count his own. Who cares? Trade him back to Ottawa.
Oh, why not? Sure,
Mm.
sure. But yeah,
It's weird.
Yeah,
Weird case for Bobby Ryan because like they signed him to that deal well after his production seasons were kind of in the past because like he only had one season at 70 points. Like he doesn't seem that. I don't know.
Yeah, he got that. Okay, October 2nd, 2014 was when he got that deal. And that was after his first season with the Ottawa Senators, because he joined them 2013-14. He was traded there in the summer of 2013. And 2013-14, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe they thought that he was well. He had respectable numbers that year. I'm looking at him here. I mean, he played 70 games, 23 goals, 48 points. You know, respectable numbers. But yeah, nowhere close to that 34 goals, 71 point season he had in 2010-11. And yeah, it's been kind of. I mean, now to be fair, he did put up better points, slightly better points, 54 and 56 in the following two seasons. But now in the last two, of course, hampered by injury, 25 points in 62 games in 2016-17, and then 33 points in 62 games this past season. So, yeah, 7.25 mil, awfully hard to move that unless you're planning on picking up part of it, which I think at this stage is that, you know.
Well, I think
That's
they
the only way
have to,
really-
right? Because they'll have to get
Yeah.
above the floor somehow.
Well, I mean, you know, if you're going to shed that, you know, the entire thing, but that's the problem. I mean, you know, for all the talk of, well, you could maybe trade it to a team that needs to get to the cap floor. There's not that many teams that really need to, you know, spend like mad to do that. You know, everybody thinks, well, you know, just send them to, Arizona. That seemed to be the thing du jour. Every year, a dumping ground for teams that wanted to shed salary. But, you know, Arizona Coyotes currently have over $64.6 million invested in 21 players, so they have no problem reaching the cap floor. Winnipeg Jets right now are the lowest one, 52.6 mil, but they're not going to have any problem reaching the cap floor once they hand out those sweet extensions to Connor Hetler. Well, not even extensions, just the sweet new contracts to restricted free agents like Connor Hellebuck and Jacob Trouba and Josh Morrissey. So, yeah.
Are you surprised that we haven't seen more guys get extended? Like at the beginning of the free agent, like you guys can sign. They can sign restricted free agents July 1,
Right?
And also free agents to be for the next season. Are you surprised we haven't seen more of that in the first week and change of free agency season?
Not really. I think a lot of teams right now are just, well, I mean, obviously they wanted to see how the unrestricted free agent market was going to shake out. And, you know, now it's pretty much shaken out the way it's going to. All the best players are gone. And there's a lot of well, I shouldn't say a lot, but by our normal standards, I guess I can make that statement. But there's several notable players who are available in the trade. I think right now there are teams that are waiting to see what happens with those guys before they turn around and start committing long-term dollars to restricted free agents. I mean, you got guys like Erik Karlsson, obviously the biggest fish in the trade pond right now. But, I mean, you got Artemi Panarin himself a year away from unrestricted free agency. And it looks like he could be available this summer. Max Pacioretty, by the sound of things, with recent word that apparently the Habs have no intention of signing him to an extension and hope to trade him as soon as possible. He's available, you know.
Wow, if that's not a ringing endorsement, I don't know what is.
Right?
No. The thing got to remember, it's Montreal and it's Marc Bergevin. Don't go by what Bergevin says or does. Just look at the player's points and stats of what he's been accomplished, and yeah. But anyway, Carolina's got two guys that they still want to move, or it's thought they want to move, and Jeff Skinner and Justin Falk. So, there's more talent potentially available in the trade market compared to previous summers. So I think that's kind of what's holding some of this up. Not every team's being held up by it. Honestly, I mean, geez, Nikita Kucherov getting a big sweet extension there, $9.5 million a season. He's making more now than Steven Stamkos. But to be fair, he's had better seasons lately than Steven Stamkos. So
yeah, he kind of deserves it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he's 25. I mean, geez, the next 5 years. I mean, last season was a 100-point season, career high. I think he's still. I don't think we've quite hit his ceiling yet. So yeah, I'd say he's worth $9.5 million a season over 8 years. But that's kind of been the exception to the rule right now, because teams I think just want to see how the trade market shakes out before they start going, okay, for you guys that are a year away from restricted free agency, we're going to start looking at signing you.
Yeah.
Wasn't there kind of a little to do about the Kucherov deal and having signing bonuses in a year that may have a lockout?
Gary Bettman, the NHL commissioner, reportedly is rumored to be not happy with this whole signing bonus stuff. Supposedly, he told in the last Board of Governors Managers meeting, I believe, the edict came down. We can't really tell them not to do it, but I think he's tried to discourage them in the strongest possible terms from doing that. And Steve Yzerman just basically thumbed his nose at him and said, yeah, whatever. Though, to be fair, though, too, that's not just Yzerman. Yzerman's basically agreeing to do that. This is the sort of stuff that, the player and his agent kind of push for. But it takes two to tango. So, I mean, the player and his agent could say, I want $44 million of my $76 million contract. Steve Yzerman could have just sat there and laughed hysterically as only Steve Yzerman can. And just moved on from there. But no, he's like, sure, why not? We'll give you that. That little loophole is going to be closed in the next round of collective bargaining. You can bet your firm on it, kids, if you have a firm. If you don't have a firm, bet your white cotton socks if you have those. But that's something, because it's going to be gone. Yeah, that little loophole will be gone. There will be no more. Signing bonuses will still be allowed, but you can bet there's going to be a cap on them and how much you can give. But pretty much how much you can give, and maybe how often you can give them. Instead of having signing bonuses last over the course of a contract, which if I look at Kucherov's right now, yeah, $9.5 million. Okay, this is crazy. His cap hits $9.5 million. His signing bonus is $11 million.
That's fine.
His actual salary is $12 million. The base salary is $1 million, and the other $11 million is a signing bonus. Oh my God, that's funny. I mean, you can't be a bigger, thumb in the eye than that right there to the league. I mean, why don't you just flip that bird a little more? But yeah, it's 11 million signing bonuses for 2019-20. Only $5 million in the signing bonus the following season, and then it jumps up to $8.5 million in 2021 for 2021-22, and then $5 million, $5 million, $4 million, $3 million, and $3 million for But a lot of these signing bonuses, they were just like 2 or 3 years, right? Especially looking at targeting either the end of the 2019-20 season, because that could be the first time we could see the earliest we could see a lockout if one or the other, if the NHL or the NHLPA decide not this September, next September, that they want to exercise their early out clause. So that was usually one season where we would see it. And then the other season was at the end of the 2022-23 season, because that's when the CBA is due to expire then. So that's usually when you were seeing players looking for the big signing bonuses, was those 2 years. But Kucherov says, "Oh yeah, we're going to guarantee you a nice healthy chunk of money all through your contract, guaranteed to be paid out at the July 1st of every year over the life of that contract."
I feel like they should spread those out. Like it's almost more fun if it doesn't happen directly on July 1st. Like they should start making them, like staggering them a little bit, because like everybody tries to trade people right before July 1st so that they don't have to pay their like signing bonus, right? Or their
the Ryan O'Reilly thing. Yeah.
Yep.
But what if like July 4th was when you paid somebody? Like you could give them a couple extra days to just kind of screw around a bit and see what's going on before you have to get rid of somebody.
Well, here's the interesting thing you mentioned when you bring that up, Johnny. You just reminded me of something that I read recently. We were talking about Bobby Ryan earlier, and apparently, initially, part of the reason why the Senators were supposedly having trouble moving him before July 1st was that he was going to be owed a signing bonus on July 1st. But it turns out, no, he actually got that signing bonus on May 15th. So, I guess evidently you don't have to make them automatically on July 1st. But I think that's basically what the player and his agent are looking for is for that date. And I think that, more often than not, the team just goes along with it. Like Bobby Ryan's contract.
For the fun of it.
Yeah, like Bobby Ryan's contract.
If I'm gonna pay you $11 million in a signing bonus, I'm going to do it.
But can I just say, just to finish up, like Bobby Ryan, though, that thing about his contract is it's wonderful. These wonderful little quirks come out of it, because last year we were told that he was being left exposed in the expansion draft, and we were like, well, how's that possible? He has a no movement clause, and supposedly if you have a no movement clause, it doesn't matter if it's a modified no trade clause. If you have a no movement clause, you have to be exposed. And they're like, oh, no, that no movement clause actually went out of effect the year before, something like that, or something weird along the lines of it's no movement, but it was no movement, but it didn't protect him in an expansion draft. Was something along that line. And then we find out with this thing with his signing bonus that he already got paid his signing bonus, so teams can move him if they want. It was just strange. Yeah.
If you're watching the YouTube stream, I've only seen Johnny rubbing his face the entire time. We're having a little technical difficulties.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's not. So it's not a box that's clicked.
You didn't ISO your, like on the bottom boxes where our faces are?
Nothing's there. I mean, I can put you guys on it, but early on in the show, you were talking and we had one of those little like glitches where it seemed like where like your internet was doing something or my internet was doing something, and then ever since then it hasn't switched back to other people talking. So that's why I put on Twitter, I was like, I'm really hoping that you just haven't seen me for 90 minutes, which apparently was what was occurred. Because I could only see myself. So I'm just going to go like this. AJ said it's all good. It's an authentic podcast experience now.
There you go. Exactly. Now everyone has the same experience now.
But yeah, or what I could do is put the boxes up, because I don't click the boxes.
I think you're fine with this experience right here.
But right now you're just going to see the mask. Then
just throw out the logo, baby. We got to keep that on brand.
So
the talking logo.
So that occurred early on, and I didn't know how to fix it, and it was also too late for us to stop, so we just kept going.
Yeah, it works.
I even tried clicking on just other people, so like I can put on just Scott, or I can put on just Lyle, or I can put on just me, and if I click on none of them, I only get me.
Well, there we go.
I'm gonna blame Google.
Don't they?
I think Google's trying to screw with us, because isn't like Amazon Prime Day coming up soon? So maybe
tomorrow.
Like, I want to do something.
I thought
Amazon July 16th.
Is it 16th? Next Monday?
Yes, next Monday.
I have no idea what Amazon Prime Day is, really. I don't think I've been a Prime member while Amazon Prime Day.
It's basically garbage. Like you buy all the garbage.
Oh, so like those, so like that, the ski goggles that I bought last year at like
Yeah.
Christmas time
Yeah.
that were like $25.
Yeah.
Perfect. Those things were
Yeah.
amazing. There was nothing. Actually, there's not much being out of your house with a snowboard helmet on and a pair of ski goggles when you're trying to shovel snow. It's amazing. Your neighbors look at you like you're nuts, and you know what, kinda. But you know, it's so much more fun when you have like mirrored lenses on, and your neighbors can't look at you in the eye while you're shoveling.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know if I like that experience.
No, I'm fine with it. Perfectly
Okay,
fine.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're that guy. That works.
I have to say, Amazon Prime, I found I've never get good sales on Amazon Prime. for stuff
Yeah,
that-
I like the shipping. The shipping's fine.
I think
yeah.
a lot
See, I
of
tend to
money
go-
in 2-day shipping. I'm gonna put it that way.
yeah.
Yeah,
My
well,
dad actually this week was like, "Hey, can you order me these hamstring sleeves, like thigh sleeves that I guess he's using for refereeing soccer?" And I was like, "Sure, they're on Amazon Prime." So I ordered them, and I'm like, "They'll be here on Thursday."
Nice.
That's
That's quality.
amazing.
That's quality right there.
Yeah, it's a great experience. Yeah,
Speaking of-
sorry for the viewers that just saw me like blowing my nose or whatever I do during the show.
yeah, no, it's-
Drinking
I-
by myself.
because I saw Lyle talking. Because usually it will take you on the inside if you haven't used Google Hangouts. When someone else is talking, like you can see them talking, and if you're in a multi-room, like I'll see Johnny when he's talking, then I'll see Lyle when he's talking. I was just seeing Johnny. I'm like, oh no.
Well, I'm normally able to see everybody because I'm running the show.
Yeah.
And I stopped seeing you after 15 minutes or so.
Well done. Well
There,
done.
yeah, like I said, there was some kind of weird glitch and then boom, done.
Wow.
So
Hmm.
I'm just gonna ask now.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Lyle, this Eric Carlson trade's never going to happen, is it? Like this is the time where the Senators just completely fuck it up, don't they?
well, it's not going to happen. I don't think right away. I don't think anything's
It's
imminent.
been a
right now.
week.
I still think it's going to
traded
happen.
2 teams, Lyle.
I know.
It's been a week.
I know.
Fucking teams.
I know. But you know what? You got to kind of blame a little bit of media hyperbole there a little bit. Again, I know the guys are just saying, don't shoot the messenger. This is just what I've heard. But, you know, there's still something to be said for being accurate rather than being first. And just, you know, we would have all been better off in blissful ignorance, you know, without those Twitter reports going, oh, it looks like a deal with Dallas. So far, Dallas is the front runner. Oh, a deal with Tampa Bay. It looks like it's imminent. And it's not imminent. And
And this is where the Senators mess up and don't trade him. They start the season with him and they get depreciating values from him at the trade deadline.
Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely think they want to try and trade him this summer. But
you have to.
Still,
You almost have to.
oh, God, do you really want to have that hanging over your head
Right?
going into this season? Just
I can't do this myself.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was
I
trying.
mean,
Listen, I can't, guys. I just can't. I just can't anymore for anybody. Oh, poor Eric
Yeah.
Carlson.
you know, I mean, and if you're the Senators, I mean, every game you're going to be living in fear that, you know, oh God, he's going to suffer a debilitating knee injury. He'll be out for the season, and we're not going to get anything in trade value for him. Not
Yeah.
a damn thing. That's why. Well, that's why we could see Artemi Panarin on the move too this summer. I believe it's this week or next. Very, very soon. Blue Jackets GM Jarmo Kekalainen is going to be meeting with the bread man over in an undisclosed European location, Finland, and he's basically going to find out what his plans are, kind of what he wants to do, where the bread man's head is, what he wants to do, and if his future plans, if it looks like he's not really keen to commit 7 or 8 years to Columbus, they're gonna look at trading him. They've already been listening to trade offers, apparently, according to Panarin's agent. Kekalainen has already been listening to trade offers, fielding trade offers, but so far he's not getting anything that he wants. And what he does not want draft picks and prospects. They're fine if they're going to be accenting pieces of the deal. The centerpiece has got to be a player who can help them right away, and that might not be easy to do. But yeah.
Hi, Mark.
What's
Hey,
up?
Mark. Hey, Hunter.
I lost.
Hudson.
Hunter. Jeez, Hunter. What the hell?
What are you
Stupid
talking
Lyle.
about, Lyle? Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, Hudson. Hey, dude.
I have Jaeger upstairs.
Mm.
There you go.
The Master Hunter.
That would work.
So Hudson won the wrestling match.
Yes.
Yay.
I put him down, but it was only a 2 count.
Oh, I got that arm up too.
He kicked his arm up. He put his arm up after 2 times.
Rolled the shoulder. I don't believe it, McMahon.
It's amazing.
And a
Amazing
kick out.
work by
And a
Hudson.
kick out.
Amazing work on his part.
Look at a little weed. Look at him.
So Lou Lamoriello hates the free agency interview process.
Easy, buddy.
Shocking. Shocked.
Yes, I'm stunned by this news.
He loses a franchise player and he hates this process.
Oh my God! Did you happen to read Tavares' player tribune?
I can't read player
He's-
tribunes. I can't read.
I
them.
know, because we know they're
Oh,
ghost written.
fucking-
They would have at least a lot more. Most of those pieces would have at least a little bit more respectability if they would be, if the as told by John Tavares as told to,
Sure.
some scribe.
Yeah, but I can't. But
It's told to Stan Fish.
Yeah. Oh God, that'd be deviating from every single point.
I would actually pay for that. I would pay.
Oh my God!
I would
That
pay
would
the
be
$4.99 for a month just to read that. If I had.
That would be 10. That would be 10% of that would be actual John Tavares, and not Stan Fischler just going off,
Yeah.
on Tavares.
Um,
Oh my God, I love that. He's a traitor. He's a damn traitor. Oh,
why is he
God,
Sean
he's
Connery?
bloody horrible.
No way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're talking Stan Fish. He's a traitor. He's
There it is.
nothing but scum. He's a
Charlie Broadbent from the 1940 Rangers would not let this happen.
There's no way Phil Watson in his prime back in the 50s would have tolerated this kind of nonsense. And now, I'm starting to veer off into Gilbert Gottfried territory again. I better ring
Babcock!
back in.
Babcock was the guy who was most loyal to the Rangers. Also, he was loyal to Affleck. Gilbert Gottfried,
Exactly.
Stan Fischler. Everybody.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my. But yeah,
anyway.
apparently, according to Tavares, basically shorter version, if they hadn't gotten rid of Doug Wade, and he would have stayed. Supposedly.
If it wasn't for my horse, I wouldn't have spent that year in college. Essentially is what it is.
Exactly. Oh my.
Yeah.
Let's just.
And if
can
your
we all
grandmother
just
had
agree
wheels,
that-
she'd be a bike.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Can we all agree that just the island? This was just one big giant clusterfuck by the Islanders.
No, Lyle, it was great.
Could we even take it one step farther and say that the Islanders really had no chance whatsoever?
Yeah.
Like,
No
could we
chance
really
in
get
hell!
to that point? Could
Yeah.
we get to the
Yeah.
point where saying that John Tavares just made a decision on his own to go to Toronto?
Yeah.
At what
Exactly.
point can we start blaming Jay-Z for all of this?
Oh,
Soon.
Soon, baby. Soon.
I mean, really, if they never would have moved to Brooklyn, I think maybe he might still be
Once
there.
they finally
Prove
go
me
to-
wrong. Prove me wrong.
Maybe.
Once they
That's
finally-
a good point.
Once
Actually,
they finally move to Belmont, if the Belmont deal goes through, by the way, we still pen's not to paper on that.
we haven't heard anything about that recently.
No, I really haven't.
No shovel in the ground yet, but no. Pen to paper, I guess, apparently has been done. It's just
Oh.
no shovels in the ground yet. That's all. It's just, I just think, I mean, where it all really just went sideways was when Garth Snow, actually, in my opinion, being the sensible one of the bunch of this thing back in February, wanted to trade him. And co-owner Scott Malkin said no. Tavares doesn't want to be traded, and we don't want to trade him. We still think we can re-sign him. Far be it for me, and another shocker here, can we say Matthew Barnaby actually turned out to be the voice of reason in this, saying you never, ever, ever hang on to your best player if he's in a contract year. If you have any doubt whatsoever that you can re-sign him, you trade him. You
Yep.
get something back. If there's any doubt, any question, if you really don't think for sure and certainty that you can re-sign this guy, you gotta move him. And Garth Snow wanted to move him, and he got shot down by Hire, and he paid the price. Though, let's be honest, too, he paid the price for several other things, too. But see, that's the thing with Garth Snow. Every time I want to sit and rag on him for doing, you did a lousy job with the Islanders, a terrible job putting it together. And then you turn around and you go, but he basically stole Nick Leddy and Johnny Boychuk. And you go,
and then you remember he had Wade Dublitz as a goalie that got him to the playoffs.
Yeah, and you go, and then you turn around and you go, but then he turned around and he traded Travis Hamonic and got 2 first-round draft picks. And by the way, he basically fleeced the Edmonton Oilers, sent them Griffin Reinhart, and got a first-round pick that turned into Matthew Barzal, the NHL Rookie of the Year.
There you go.
So, yeah, it's like Garth Snow would do great things, and then he'd turn around and he'd give away Thomas Vanek for peanuts. So,
the nicest way that I can say this, they'll like 8, 10, 12 things that Garth Snow did really, really good.
Yeah.
Kind of weighed exactly the same thing as the 3 things he really fucked up.
Well, it was more than 3. Yeah. But to your point, yes, exactly, Johnny. Because he's just if he did a lot of horrible stuff and only 2 or 3 really good things, it'd be
Mike
easier
Milbury.
Yes, it'd be easier to turn around and go, he was a horrible general manager, perpetuated the mediocrity of the Islanders, blah blah blah, and then you go, yeah, but he didn't trade away that first-round pick that became John Tavares. Remember when we were at that draft in Montreal? That was all the buzz. They could trade him. They could trade him. Yeah. They could be a trade. They're talking. They could trade him.
And then Garth Snow did that big long pause before he made that pick too.
Exactly, the big drama, and everybody thought, for that split second, you thought, here it comes, he's trading him. He's doing a Milbury, and he's trading him. And it's like, no, he did actually the right thing and kept him. But that's the thing. You had, for every screw up that he would make, he would turn around and he would make a great move. And it was just, it's too bad. It's just too bad that, if more of those moves had translated into more success on the ice, Tavares probably wouldn't have gone. And Snow wouldn't have got fired. So
yeah. And here we are.
And here we are.
Lyle, who's the biggest free agents still out there?
Oh God.
Because we're pretty much scraping the bottom.
Pretty much now. Dan Hamhuis. I mean, 35 years old, 36 years old, but hey, he had a very respectable 20 points last season and logged over 20 minutes of ice time. Every game with the Dallas Stars last season. He could be a good addition for a team that's looking for a good second pairing defenseman, and on a great team, a solid third pairing D-man. Oh boy. Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
There really ain't a hell of a whole. There really ain't a hell of a whole lot there, guys.
We're talking about this. The Juventus store in Milan says that they're selling a Cristiano Ronaldo jersey every minute.
Nice, that's some good value.
But I mean, I'm just looking. Like, there's a whole bunch of names on here that, if you look at this list of remaining names, you'd sit there and you go, "Wow, 5 years ago, this would have been a deep free agent market." Yeah. Rick Nash's name is still listed there, but he's taking himself off the free agent market for now because he's still determining if he's going to be able to, if he'll ever be able to play again. Yeah. Goaltenders, Kerry Lettinen and Steve Mason, they're still available if you want them. Could be decent backups. Depth defenseman, Toby Enstrom's in there. Your pal of mine, Brooks Orpik, he's still out there. Capitals, they've hinted, hey, we could bring him back.
If they wait another month, though, I'm sure that price is a lot lower.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, that's exactly
what happened.
They're waiting to get Tom Wilson signed and finish it off. And then whatever they've got left, they're going to turn around. They're going to go to Brooks Orpik, and they're going to go, and he'll go, yeah. So, because he's still got that, buyout money and all that, so he's good. He can take a little bit less there. Oh boy, there's a whole lot of nothing on right wing.
A whole lot of nothing everywhere, it seems.
How about left wings? Not much better. Not much better on the left wing. Let's take a look at centers. Oh boy. Well, Antoine Vermette, if you're looking for an experienced depth guy for your checking line, Antoine Vermette's there.
When does the fact that like all of these players get long-term contracts start completely destroying the free agency market?
Hey,
it did a long time ago. Listen, everybody survived.
But at least every year we still have one person, right? That we're like, oh, this person could get signed. This person could go there. This person could do that. Like, I almost feel like in like 5 years, we're not even going to have that. It's going to be like, where's Tom Wilson going? Oh, the Caps re-signed him. Okay.
Well, everybody was surprised that Tavares actually made it to free agency. Yeah, I mean, once John Carlson signed, I mean, it was really down to two guys, Tavares and Carlson. And once Carlson re-signed, with the Capitals, it was just down to Tavares. And everybody that I spoke to, every expert that I listened to, read, the consensus was he's staying. He's not gonna go somewhere else. He's gonna stay with the Islanders. And the fact that he even made it to the market was a surprise to me. But then after he was signed, there was Paul Stastny. I mean, Paul Stastny's not garbage, but he's not a John Tavares.
He's not what he used to be either.
Yeah, he's not a John Carlson or John Tavares. And then once he was gone, it just very quickly disappeared. Now, let's just take a look. Let's take a quick look ahead here. Now, next season, here are some of the names that are going to be on the market. I'm just going to rattle them off very, very quickly. Okay. Notable guys: Sergei Bobrovsky, Erik Karlsson, Matt Duchene, reasonable, Joe Pavelski, Artemi Panarin, Marc-Andre Fleury, Tyler Seguin, Jeff Skinner, Blake Wheeler, Tyler Myers. Okay, and then the list starts to shrink down a little bit after that. Max Pacioretty, another one there. Wayne Simmons.
I'm gonna give like two people that aren't signed.
Anders Lee. These are all the guys that are currently, as of today. Ryan Ellis, another one. These are all, you sit there and you look at this list of these names I'm rattling off and you're like, wow, my God, that free agent market's going to be sick. It's going to be deepest ever. How many of those names that I would expect are going to be available?
Duchene, that's it. Summer? Duchene, and that's it.
Yeah. Duchene, I bet you that Duchene even gets traded at the deadline.
And then re-signed by the team that's signed.
But I think that Duchene's one of those people that he'll get traded at the deadline and then he'll go to free agency still.
That's possible. Yeah, that's possible. He could. But I mean, a lot of these guys that you see on the list, I could see, like Joe Pavelski, he has another good season there in San Jose. They'll try to keep him because Joe Thornton, I think this season coming is going to be his last one. I really do think it's going to be his last one. So I think they'll be able to afford to re-sign him. But Panarin, there's no way he's going to still be on the market. But Bobrovsky, I can't see that. A perennial Vezina Trophy candidate. Tyler Seguin, holy shit, man. I mean, if the Dallas Stars let him go, I mean, then it's like, okay, why are you guys even pretending? You say you want to go get Erik Karlsson, you were in the market. Okay, you're not going to, say you don't, you didn't get Tavares. Let's say you don't get Karlsson. What? Well, what's your excuse for not re-signing Tyler Seguin? Max Pacioretty. I could see Max Pacioretty being in the market just because he seems reluctant to sign a contract extension. And if he's unwilling to do that, it sounds like, he wants to go to market and see what he can get for his best value. If he can't re-sign with Montreal, I think he goes to market. Regardless if he gets traded this season before the trade deadline, I think he goes to market. So I could see Pacioretty being available. But Tyler Seguin, Joe Bobrovsky, no way. No way. I think those guys like that, most of those guys I rattled off will all be re-signed. Mm-hmm. Be it with their current teams right now, or if they're traded, they'll be re-signed by their new clubs.
There you go. There we go. Yeah, because I don't think Marc-Andre Fleury is going to get he'll sign an extra deal, 4-year deal.
Oh, he'll stay. Well, I don't think he'll get 4 years because he's 34, but I definitely can see him getting 2 to 3.
So.
I can see him getting 2 to 3. I can see him getting that. Jeff Skinner, I mean, he'll be 27. He'll get himself a decent little deal. Blake Wheeler, can the can the Winnipeg Jets really afford to lose him? I don't think so. Not if you're still harboring serious Stanley Cup aspirations. You got to keep that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Oh, Adam Henrique will be available too. There's enough, but again, he's with the Ducks. They'll keep him.
Yep.
I think the Ducks will keep him.
Well, they need something to replace Getzlaf and Carter not Carter. Getzlaf and Perry
Perry.
Yeah.
When they finally have
Kick the bucket
contracts in. Yeah. Kick the bucket. But
Kick the bucket is a term that's not used so much anymore.
oh shit! How did I miss this guy? Pekka Rinne. I missed him too. Yeah, Pekka Rinne.
That'll be an interesting situation, Pekka Rinne.
Yeah.
It really depends on how UC Saros does. In all honesty.
Yeah. You really do get the sense that they're going to be looking at transitioning away from him.
Yeah.
I know. He won the Vezina.
Isn't Pekka like 30 something in his 30s?
Pekka Rinne is. Hang on a second. Yeah, I think he's 30. I think he's 35.
Yeah.
And he is. He's 35.
No.
So he'll be 36 this time next year.
Yeah, you might want to transition out of that role for him, real big.
Yeah, he won the Vezina this year, and bless him for that. Good on him, but
it's a rough spot.
Didn't exactly have a good playoff.
No.
Didn't have a good playoff this year.
Nope. And that's this coming off of last year having a decent playoff, but a crappy regular season. So it's kind of a role reversal for him.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the map there.
We got anything else there, Lyle? Or are we just going right to the double HFY?
Let's go to the taste sensation that's sweeping the nation, dude.
Cool. We will go to the fantastic haha fuck you. If I can just find. Okay, here we go. So Hudson's eating the mic. He wants to get in on this. He's ready for it. He's heard so much about it from the cradle. And he's ready to go.
Maybe that's why he wouldn't go to sleep.
Maybe he knew he was going to be involved in the haha fuck you thing. There he is. All right. Taz mission.
Yeah.
Is that a submission hold that you're putting on?
It almost looked like it. All right.
Putting the sleeper hold on him.
And all this sort and all the craziness. All the craziness that has been this week when it comes to Monsieur Carlson. Lo, we forget that back in October 3rd, 2009 is when Erik Karlsson started his NHL career.
Oh, God.
Wow.
The Ottawa Senators took on the New York Rangers that night. That is the subject of our haha fuck you.
Oh boy.
The Rangers, the Senators, 2009. And because of this, I'm going to exclude Erik Karlsson. So you have 17 skaters and a goalie for the Senators. You have 18 skaters and a goalie for the Rangers because it took 3 turns to get the #1 overall pick in John Tavares last week.
No, I said it before we started.
That's true. All right. So we'll add Erik Karlsson to the list, everybody. Congratulations. 18, and 1. We'll start off with Johnny P.
I'm gonna go with Henrik Lundqvist.
On the board, Henrik Lundqvist.
Oh, easy. There's the layup.
Mark with the C.
Patrick Lalime.
Fuck you. No.
Oh, I gave you Carlson because you're dealing with a child. Come on. I was trying to be nice.
Where's the fun in that?
Being nice? That's
No,
true,
where's the
actually.
fun in taking the guy that we were just talking about?
Screwed me for 40 years of my life at this point.
Right.
Well,
No Patrick Lalime, sorry. Lyle?
Okay. Jason Spezza.
Jason Spezza on the board.
Yeah.
Johnny?
Daniel Alfredson.
On the board, Daniel Alfredson.
Yeah, there you go.
Mark?
Scott Gomez.
Sorry.
Oh.
Not
What?
on the Rangers. Nope. He must have been injured. He did not play this game.
Oh,
He was not on this
Oh.
team. Or was he?
wow, because
Was he on that squad there? Why is
he
someone?
was on,
Why are
he
you?
was in the Rangers that season, wasn't he? Oh no, you're right. He got traded to Montreal that summer. That's
Yep.
right. That's right. Because yeah,
Come
that's
on.
right. That's right. No, to be fair to Mark, I mean, yeah, I thought he was on the Rangers then too, but no, you're right. He got traded that summer. Him and well, no, just him from the Rangers for Ryan McDonough. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. So Lyle, it's you.
Okay, Danny Heatley.
You said Danny Heatley, and I say, fuck you.
What?
Not on the board.
Did he get traded that year?
Yep.
Did he get? He was traded to San Jose that season.
He was-
Okay.
Yep, I think he was a San
Wow.
Jose, and-
Wow. So me and Mark both got burned. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing greater than the cocksuredness of both of you.
Ooh, that's smart. That leaves a mark. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny.
Chris Kelly.
Chris Kelly on the board.
Oh.
Mark.
There's no way I'm getting this one wrong. Wade Redden.
Correct. Wade Redden on the Rangers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know which team he was on, but
He was going to get one of them. Nice.
That's a very true statement, actually.
Good work.
Good.
Lyle.
Okay. Mike Fisher.
Mike Fisher on the board.
Yes.
Johnny P.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Ray Emery.
Sorry.
What?
Correct.
Wow, we've all been burned.
You all been not great.
Wow.
Mark.
Mark Stahl.
On the board, Mark Stahl.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. That's the way it's going to be. Dan Girardi.
Dan Girardi on the board.
Yes.
Johnny P.
What about Ryan McDonough?
Sorry. Not on the board.
He wasn't on the
Wasn't
team
in the
yet.
Not on
lineup
the
yet.
team yet. Nope.
Yeah.
Just wanted to try.
No,
Mark,
hey,
Mark, good call.
Yeah.
Mark with a C.
Mm, I don't think he was on the team back then, but Craig Anderson.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's not. Lyle.
Okay. Trying to think of senators here. I kind of got thrown after finding out Heater wasn't on the team at that point. Yeah. Oh shit. Hang on. Chris Phillips. Chris Phillips.
Of course, on the board. Chris,
Yeah.
obviously. He's
Chris
on the board.
Phillips. Yeah.
Played 21 minutes that night.
Ooh.
Good for him.
Love in a minute.
Johnny.
Who would have been on? Marion Gabrick.
On the board, Marion Gabrick. 1 goal
Ooh,
and an assist
nice.
for the Rangers.
Nice. Yeah, that's right. He was with the Rangers then.
Mock.
Chris Drury.
Oh,
On the board, Chris Drew.
Whoa.
Nice.
Good pull on that one.
Speaking of Chris's,
Lyle.
gotta say Chris Neal.
Chris Neal on the board. Obviously.
Yes.
Good
Okay.
round there. Johnny P.
Damn.
Now it gets hard. Now it's gonna get hard.
This isn't fair at all.
Oh shit.
Who else was on? Yeah. I'm trying to think of like random Rangers players that the Caps played against. I'm losing every ounce of thought at this point.
I know.
Yep, I thought so too, Hudson.
Yeah. Cough that one up. Yeah.
Steve Avery.
Atlanta Braves pitcher Steve Avery, not on the ball.
Oh.
A left-handed assassin, not
Darn.
on the ball.
Oh.
And that wasn't even the right one. It was Tom Glavine that played for the Rangers.
No, he didn't play for the Rangers at all. He was a Kings pick.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh man.
Wow. Mark.
Brandon Dubinsky.
Oh, wow.
Big Doobie style all in it.
Good one. Yes. Okay.
Lyle.
I'm going to recover that fumble from Johnny. I'm going to say Sean Avery.
Oh, you guys both are fucking
nice.
terrible. Nope. Nope. No Sean Avery. He was in Dallas.
Oh.
That was when he had sloppy seconds.
I thought I had a gimme there. Oh, shoot. Okay.
No. But,
Thought I had a gift from Johnny there. Oh, my.
On the Dubinsky front, I'm going to try Brian Boyle.
Boyle on the board. Sean Leahy's favorite player,
Wow.
Brian Boyle.
Wow, the P-Boys really digging up some good ones there.
Yeah, Mark with the C.
I'm gonna try and switch back to Ottawa here.
Ottawa.
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 There's a defenseman with a Russian-sounding last name that I got in my head, and I can't remember what it. Oh, Antoine Vermette. I don't know why I thought he was Russian.
What?
And he wasn't a defenseman either, and you're fucking wrong. No.
No,
He
okay,
used to
then
be with
I'm thinking of somebody else, but whatever.
You maybe
Alexei
are.
Zhitnik?
Not Alexei.
That's Mark's go-to. Alexei Zhitnik. What did he say? Alexei Zhitnik.
Lyle.
Okay. I'm gonna think Rangers here, and
I will say Mark's not completely stupid. He's close.
ooh,
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the roster right here.
I mean, you, as in like the royal you.
Oh,
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
y'all know what I'm talking about here.
in the row, y'all. Yeah. Ryan Callahan.
On the board, Ryan Callahan. Nice
I'm
one.
starting to run out of names.
Johnny P.
Fuck.
Um.
Didn't mean to say.
Nope. No, AJ, the Ottawa goalie has not been guessed yet.
I think we'll have to wait for AJ to make his Ottawa goalie guess.
Well, I should probably type it because he's not going to hear this for like 5 minutes.
That's fine.
But
nope.
So yes. Chris Kreider?
Chris Kreider. No, sir. I am sorry.
Oh, AJ brought it back already.
Bring that beat back. What does AJ say?
AJ says that the Ottawa goaltender is Martin Gerber.
Nope.
Oh,
Sorry. That is.
wow.
He might have been a backup, but he was
That's-
not the starting
That's
goaltender.
the first.
for.
You know,
Wow.
if memory serves, I think this is the first time
His-
AJ got one wrong.
His Cal Ripken like streak
He'll
is.
be fine. Well, he didn't. He wasn't on the show on July 4th. He was doing things.
Yeah,
So-
he was
So
smart.
it ended and it did not play. But this week he started off his new run not well.
Yeah, no, he was actually he started the 09-10 season in the KHL.
Mm.
So he just missed the Senators.
Oh.
Good guess, but AJ, haha, fuck you.
Mark. Ben Bishop.
Sorry, not on the nope.
He
Lyle,
was a senator, wasn't he? That's right. Yeah.
for a brief time.
Yes, he was. Oh boy. This is getting tough. Shit.
Still a lot of names out there.
Yeah, I have a feeling that like there's still a decent number of people that I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Now I had guessed Danny Heatley, and he had been traded to the Sharks, right? That year.
Or he was a free agent to the Sharks or something. He was with the Sharks, is what we're saying.
Now he got traded. Yeah, they traded him to the Sharks.
Mm.
Just trying to think who he got traded for. Hang on. Mahalik?
Which one?
Oh, you son of a bitch. Hang on. Wait.
Bobby Mahalik.
Lick Mahalik.
Milan Mahalik.
On the board.
Okay.
Zebednik Mahalik was not on the team.
Yeah.
He was a constant Phoenix Coyote.
Fuck. Oh, excuse me.
AJ has a goalie again.
All right, another
Okay.
goalie.
Lay it on us.
It is Brian Elliott.
Fuck you again. 0 for 2,
Whoa!
AJ.
Oh,
0 for 2.
Wow.
0 for 2, son.
Wow.
Jeez. And Eddie likes the fact that it's just a mask. Jason Voorhees is being interviewed on the show.
Beautiful. Love it.
Don't feel bad, AJ. We all got Emery and it was wrong. So
Yeah. All right. We go to Johnny.
Oh, I'm back. I know that there are still people out there. I know that there's probably a top line right wing that I don't remember right now.
yeah.
Jaromir Jagr.
Sorry. He's in Russia.
He's in Avangard Omsk, wasn't it? Omsk?
He was with Omsk.
Omsk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tried.
Omsk. There it is.
With Steve as the
There
GM.
it is.
AJ said he's met his match.
Oh, he
and,
has.
and I'm gonna throw in ... I hate both these fucking teams. But he didn't say that. He didn't say that. That was my
That was your ad. That was your quick ad.
Yeah.
Mark.
Has Mike Fisher been said?
Yes, I said him.
Okay.
Shit, man.
Like Fisher had a 5-minute penalty in this game.
His
Oh, Jesus.
this guy, he's known for blocking tons of shots.
Okay.
That's what his role was on this team. He was
All right.
great defenseman and he blocked a lot of shots. And his last name started with a V, and I'm pretty sure his first name started with an A, but I can't remember what his name is. And that's my guess.
I'll give it to the two other guys. Do you want to give this to Mark? Or do you want to give a haha fuck you?
Is it Voina?
No.
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 I've no,
It's Anton
Oh,
Volchenkov.
Lyle steals the point.
That's
it.
what it is.
That's right. Volchenkov. He was the Russian guy that
Mark, you know what? Both half points. Both half points.
No, you know what? No, I give that whole point to Mark.
He
I
was
give
right.
that.
His
Actually,
description
you know
was
what?
perfect.
Actually, we're gonna give that whole point to Hudson, who is now above
Yes.
people on the live chat.
Yes.
Uh,
Because to be honest, I had totally forgotten all about him. And Mark hadn't said,
Volchenkov,
"Oh, I know it.
that's
He
a
blocked
good
shots,
one.
and his last name started with his last name started with a V, and his first name started with an A." It's just-
My brain
like
was
Vigneault.
really funny, right?
Yeah.
Because I knew something about him, and I knew what his name started with, but I, for the life of me, couldn't remember. And I knew he was Russian.
Yeah.
But I just can't remember his name.
Big time, yeah. Like his forte was shot blocker extraordinaire.
Yep. All right. Well, then I'm out. That's all I needed. I'm happy now.
all right.
Yeah, and I'm tapping. I can't. I've been sitting here trying to think. In yeah,
Johnny.
I'm a little blank.
I am going to say, crap. Why did Vermette just drop back into my head? I didn't
Right.
want him. I was thinking about somebody else. I was thinking about Mike Sillinger.
Ooh, no.
Ooh, suitcase cylinder.
I thought he was
Sorry.
with the Senators.
Mm.
All right.
Ooh.
Okay.
Are we done?
Horse Shack, what do you need?
Mike Pekka.
Sorry, no.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. You got excited.
Pretend I didn't say that.
Nope. we
Okay.
did. Johnny, you done?
I pretend you didn't say what.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll edit and post.
Josh Georges.
No, Josh Georges.
Kevin Hatcher.
Nope. Sorry.
Oh. Steve Rouse. Steve Rouse.
Steve Rouse.
He was the guy
Steve
that done, he was the only station
Yep.
DJ
He was
in Baltimore.
WQSR guy.
Bob Rouse.
Still nope.
All right, I think we're done
Naming
here.
people at this point.
Yeah, we're done. All right, you guys didn't mention Eric Carlson, which I think is fantastic.
That is kind
I
of funny,
agree.
actually, because I was waiting for somebody else to do it, and then I forgot about it.
I was waiting for Mark to do it after it bypassed him the first time, and then we
this
just
is
got
good
off
to go.
naming other names. And
Anyway, the goalie for the Senators, Pascal
Yes.
Leclerc.
I was closest without going over. I said,
he had a
I said Patrick
triangle.
Lalim. I had the initials right.
Yeah, Mark was a big initial guy today. Mark, a big initial guy.
He had his own triangle.
He did. Daniel Alfredson was on this team. Chris Campolti, Matt Cartner, Jonathan Chichu on this team.
Yeah,
That's
you know
right.
what?
He came over.
Yeah.
He was part of that trade. That's right for Heatley.
And he scored 50 goals the previous season, didn't he?
I believe so.
2 seasons before that, I think.
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah,
well,
maybe.
506 was his big year, and then he kind
Yeah.
of declined after that.
Chichu.
Fisher, Nick Foligno,
Nick Foligno.
Carlson Kelly, Alex Kovalev on this list. Philip Kuba, Mahalik Neil Phillips, Peter Rain, Yarko Rutu,
So did they
Ryan-
blame it on him most of the time?
most of the time.
No, they missed him when he was in Africa, though.
That is wow. Good work, guys. Ryan Shannon, Jason Spezza, Anton Volchenkov. I think we said it there in that. For the Rangers, Artem Anisimov,
Anisimov. Yeah.
Boyle, Donna Brashear,
Yeah.
Ryan Callahan, Mike Delzato,
Michael Delzato. He was supposed to be their big puck moving defenseman
Yeah.
that year. That's right. Yeah.
Drury Dubinsky, Marion Gabrick, Matt Gilroy. Remember him? Girardi, Chris Higgins,
Mm.
Alesh Kodalik, Enver Listen, Vinny
Not gonna
Prospel.
work here anymore.
Yeah, Vinny Prospel.
Who would have thought that the Rangers was the more like weird team out of the two of
I
these?
know. Michael Roosevelt, Stahl, and Aaron Voros with Hendrik Lundqvist in net. That's a pretty good
We
show,
didn't do
gentlemen.
too bad.
Right,
I mean,
pretty
not
good show.
naming Carlson is probably a drop.
Yeah, that
but
was a little overlook, but hey, happens.
we just went with the original rule if we couldn't name Carlson.
Yeah, we went with the original
Well,
rules, then it swapped, and then it's just like
Well,
fine. We gave it to Mark as a layup, and then
to Mark, and he passed on it. And then rather than the rest of us going around, we started naming other ones because I thought if we named other ones, it'll go around to Mark and he'll call it Eric Carlson. And then we just all went off on our
they
tangents.
just didn't.
We just went off on our tangents. Yeah.
happens. It happens. Lyle, thank you very much for joining us as always.
Always a pleasure, guys. Always
It's
a pleasure.
it's gonna be a grind these next like 10 weeks, but we'll get to it somehow.
We'll get through. Hey, the
Next
games
week, we're
like
just gonna do a 2-hour haha fuck you.
we
Just
got
one after
games
the
like
other.
this. Well, I'll tell you, at some point I can see it. Maybe not next week. If there's a big Eric
August.
Carlson trade or something, but
Sometime in
we'll
August,
hit the-
we're gonna be
yes.
doing a whole
we hit
4
the
and a half
August
hour
dead zone.
games.
We hit the August dead zone. Yeah, hell, I'll come on and I'll do a full 2 hours with you guys.
We'll
so
get
we can
Sean
do the whole-
Leahy
Yeah.
on.
Oh man,
We'll get all
Well,
those.
Yes.
Well,
How many
well,
people can we have on here? 10, right? Let's get all the 10 people.
we can
on
have
here.
we can
Get
have
as many.
up to 8 people, right?
Oh yeah, okay, 8 people then.
So we can have
We'll get-
4 others.
We
You
get
should
8
fi-
people.
I'm going to recommend this, Scotty. Find the record for the most amount of skaters and goalies, the most amount of players in a single season to play for any single team in the relatively modern era. Is that easy to find? Can Jen track that down?
Most
Most amount of players that suited up for a team in a regular season. And then we name those players.
okay. So like just the not from the beginning of their career though, but just in general.
No, just like in like the 1997-98 New York or whatever, the New York Islanders.
So you're
dressed
talking about the
200
people-
or whatever players that obviously it's not going to be 200, but
Oh,
whatever
okay.
it is,
Yeah.
you know.
no,
Yeah.
I pick it up.
Yeah.
Putting down. That's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy to find.
Yeah,
we'll
we
be fine
can
with that.
go with that and just name them and away we go. Yeah.
Before we leave, Lyle, your favorite Old Bay dish. Your favorite Old Bay dish.
My favorite Old Bay dish.
We were talking
You
about
missed a half an hour of
you
Old
missed
Bay.
a half-hour Old Bay talk.
I don't know what this Old Bay stuff
Okay,
is.
so the next time we see Lyle, we're bringing Old Bay, or if I still have Lyle's address, I'm going to send it. I'm gonna lie. I don't think I can send Old Bay internationally. I don't think you can send. I don't think you can send
Yeah,
spice.
I'm googling this now. What? Okay, like Old Bay seasoning.
Yes, sir. Little Old Bay seafood.
Oh,
seasoning.
okay.
Put it on seafood.
You can put it on anything. We found.
Apparently, we found out we could put it on chicken. Johnny found out you could put it on chicken.
Looks
It's
like
on anything. You put
It's
it on
like
ice
put it on
cream,
crab cakes and
potato chips.
Yeah, the ice cream was the
Cool.
weirdest one. We ice cream, potato chip, it was Old Bay and potato chip ice cream was the weirdest one.
Ooh,
That
that
was
is
odd.
weird. Oh, yeah, seasoning with potato chips. Okay, I'm with you on that. But when you hit ice cream with that, you've taken a really weird turn. So,
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right,
Hi.
Hudson. You're
Well-
you're tired. I see how it is.
There you go.
Well,
Hi.
Lyle,
I'm tired.
so I'll announce it while you're on. I have a grad school class on Wednesdays starting in the second week of August, so I'll be out for 10 weeks. I'm gonna have a pull the auger for 10 weeks because I can't
Yep.
pull double
Ooh.
duty on Wednesday nights, unfortunately, because it's a online class.
It is a rush time all over again. If you remember the early days.
Yeah.
So
10 week
Rush
pull the
Limbaugh?
auger.
yep. Rush Limbaugh.
So if you want to fill in for any of those for a longer period of time, I leave that up to you. But
I will check my schedule and maybe we can swing that. Yeah.
When's that first day of that class, Mark?
I think it's like the 10th, 11th, somewhere around there.
The 8th?
8th, that sounds about right.
Okay, so August 1st. Mark on your calendars. We're gonna do Game Show Wednesday. All game shows, all the
All
time,
game shows.
as a send
only
off
one
to
I-
Mark.
And it's
The
gonna
only
be
one I won't
8
be-
people.
Yeah.
The
We'll
only-
get some of the guys from the 328 group. We'll get Jen on. And Jen will destroy
The
us.
only one I won't be able to do will be the 15th because I'm going to be, if all goes well, I'm going to be in Edmonton then for my nephew's wedding. So,
Nice.
so
Congratulations, Lyle's nephew.
thank you.
Right.
I will send that along.
All right. Perfect. All right. Well, August
guys.
1st. Mark it on your calendars.
We'll video a response. You can play it at the wedding.
It's great. Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
All the best, Lyle. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week, guys. Take care.
Yeah.
There he goes, Lyle Richardson, SpectresHockey.net. You find him at Spectres Hockey on Twitter. Shout outs, Johnny P.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Subaru dealers. I sent out an email when my car decided it didn't want to have a belt in it any longer. And they've literally emailed me or texted me every single day.
Yeah.
They're really trying hard. I think I finally got rid of them today because they asked me if I would show up to Owings Mills for a test drive, and I told them no. I will test drive the car closer to my house.
Yes.
But they also don't want to give me the deal that I'm looking for, so I need to make this happen.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to need a new car at some point. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
I had another shout out, but I kind of forgot it. I don't remember what I was shouting out. I had a good experience. So I have these like Edge case basically for my iPhone. It's made by a company called Utomic, and I talked to them this week because I have a feeling that these Edge things are just gonna like fall off at some point, right? They're just kind of on with like some kind of cool like 3M double-sided tape for all I know. So they sent me out 2 extra ones just in case. So that was pretty cool of them. It's very cool. What else? I also got a new USA soccer jersey this year. New to me. It's the 1992 USA Adidas equipment jersey. That will probably be debuting next week's show. So if you guys need to see me for a full 2 hours next week, I'm leaving the video up because I'm going to look fantastic. We might have guests coming up soon.
Yay.
So I think that's all. I don't have to turn the video off the end of this week because it's already off.
There you go.
You just get the dulcet tones of us.
Exactly. The way God intended. Mark.
Shout out to Boys Night solo Hudson duty.
Duty.
Shout out to not going to bed, Hudson. That's you, buddy.
Me?
Yeah. Now you're silent. Shout out to Taylor Swift because
Swizzle.
she's playing at FedEx Field tonight, and that's where Brittany is with one of her friends,
Nice.
enjoying an early birthday present. Shout out to Croatia
Mm-hmm.
for defeating the Three Lion England squad today. Spoiler alert.
I haven't
Go
watched
ahead.
it yet.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, it was a good game. Have you really not watched it yet?
I haven't watched it. I recorded it. I'll watch it tomorrow night.
But you
I know what happened.
Okay, you saw the result.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not that bad.
What's his name? Kyle Walker get hit square in the junk with
Mm.
a very well hit strike.
Did he become Kyle Walker Peters?
That's
Which is
a-
ironic
that's a
because that's
side
actually another person.
Yeah, who actually took his position at the team he got moved
Oh,
away
even
from.
better.
Yeah. I guess that's it. Shout out to the World Cup because this has been a fantastic tournament. I don't know if it's because I've paid more attention to this tournament than I have in years past. Because in years past, this year I kind of just watched all the games with an equal level of interest. But this has been a great tournament.
All right.
That's it for me.
I'll give a shout out to the World Cup of Hockey because. Shout out to a diss to humidity, screwing up all our ORs. A shout out to overtime. Shout out to hospital build.
Oh, you should get hazard pay.
No shite. And shout out to McCall being back in town. And Christ, first night she's back in town, we're just drinking all night. It's great times.
Sounds about right.
Good times, great memories.
You should have
Amazing.
her. Let's get her on the show.
Right? That'd be summertime blues would be fantastic. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Shout out to all of you. Thank you all for listening. This has been the Face Off Hockey Show for Johnny P, Mark with a C. I am Scotty Waz. Take care of yourself and someone else. Twitter, Face Off HCKY Show. Facebook, FOHS Radio, Blog Talk Radio / FOHS Radio. And hey, if you want to become a patron, go to patreon.com/faceoff hockey show. You can be like our boy follower, or I'll call him P follower just because it sounds like P Funk. P follower, Damon Hall, Mark, Trista, Kevin, Matt, Ethan, Chris, Mitch, Brian, Angela, Sean, all them are our patrons, and they're helping us help you. With who knows what different stuff that go towards putting back into the show. So it's fun times there. Patreon.com/Face Off Hockey Show. Until we talk to you next week, everybody. Peace.
Was secure. Sacrificed everything to keep him in the edge. Focus on the prize. Now it's your pledge.
I thought Hudson was going to say something.
We're still live, apparently.
I know. I haven't turned it off yet.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I thought Hudson was going to take us out.
It's gonna hold us a little SOBs.
Yeah.